I got rejected. Ugh. No, not on a date. Mostly because I haven't gone on dates in so long. Yeah, I got rejected for my UCC1 filing, right? Now here's the thing. So I've got like 3 other UCC filings that are probably about to expire because I did them 3 years ago, 4 years ago-ish, and they only last 5 years. So even using my own file, which has been successful for other people, which is another reason why I think they're really starting to watch me because of these videos and things of that nature. So I'm sure I'm plugged in somewhere. Would be the first time they were watching me, let's just say that. So anyway, they rejected me, and I messaged them back to ask why. They wouldn't give me a direct answer, so I bugged them. And they finally got back and said, well, because it doesn't fit their requirement profile, and that they don't consider these to be actually valid filings. So, although I did get rejected, I told them that I will file a lawsuit against them, and that as I am the owner of the all capitalized letter name, the straw man, and even though I haven't actually taken possession of it, I'm still the authorized agent, so it is what it is. So I told them, this is my U.S. national name, and this is my corporate entity, and I am the authorized agent of it. So to protect it, I can and have the lawful right to do this. Now, I did get a letter back, but it was so ambiguous. It kind of just said, you know, we are in reception of this and we have processed your payment. But they didn't exactly say if they just went ahead and actually pushed it through and it's still, and it's good, or if I still have to file. So I'm going to have to kind of follow up. But just to be honest, initially and it's all basically the same information as my last UCC statement. But the only thing is, I think this is where I messed up. So that's why I'm making this video. So when you're filling out your UCC1, I believe I have that information that, you know, for you guys to buy down below with other files, which goes through step by step on how to do it, which is good. But here's where I messed up. I might have put the lien a little bit high on there, because the other ones I think I did like 50 million or 5 million or whatever else. Well, I decided to see if I could test the limits of their patience, I guess. So you guys just want me to get to it, right? All right. Well, I might have put a lien of $500 million on there. Yeah, probably not the smartest thing to do, so I do not recommend doing that. Now, mind you, this was online, so it was processed. I figured it would just go through versus putting it on the paper where someone's going to probably look at it. But they've changed their computer systems, and now they are monitoring, you know, that in there. So how do you get around that? Well, my next one, if I can do a next one, because I'm sure now I'm really on the radar. So you go through the process, and there's a section where it asks, is this an organization? And that's where you put your all caps names. Yes, I'm putting this against an organization. And then it'll say, who are you? You try to put your name in now. And because of people like me and you out there doing this, if you put the exact same names, even though one's in capital and one's in lowercase, which is how you do it because you're putting it against the all capital and you are the lowercase, the computer matches that up and flags it. Okay, so don't do that right away. So that was the one mess up. So what I ended up doing is I put in Lord James on there, which then it accepted as the secured party, because that's me. And then as the debtor, I just put my full name in capital letters. So that went through, that part was fine. But I think that was the first red flag, so beware of that. And then I put, there's a tab in there where it says, like, you know, how should you note this file, or how, you know, how to basically label this file, like, you know, how, so they can reference it and see. It'll say, like, you know, your last name or whatever. Well, my mistake was I put something like my last name, corporate lien of 500 million on there. And that is what also flagged them. I'm sure it had to be the name, screw up with the name, and then the which I never came across that, so it's not really a screw up, but it did screw up. And then putting the label on there is 500 million. So what I really should have done is I put Lord James on there, you know, something like, you know, Sir or whatever before your name as the secured party. Put my full name on there. Probably should have put like Mr. MR, you know, or just James, and then all capitals, you know, for that. And then instead of putting a note, just put, you know, something like probably like personal or commercial lien, you know, against then the name, and just left it alone, you know, instead of making it obvious. If you're going to put a value in there, I would suggest writing it, just typing it into the actual file versus making any headline with that on there, and you should be good. So that's about it, guys. I told you, I keep it real, I'll tell you guys the truth. So if I screw up or don't get something right or whatever else, I put that information available so you guys don't make that mistake, because hey, I'm in it for all of us, and this is what keeps it real. Unlike other people's videos where they're like, oh, just do this and I'm so perfect and nothing ever goes wrong and it's all ironed out. Nah. All right, so here's a trial run years later. Even though I was successful, you know, I've been called the wizard, the guru, whatever else, but even still, they are changing the game a little bit every day in all these areas because they're trying to crack down. They don't want people like us to do this. So that is just another proof positive piece of the pie. Pa-pa-pa-pa. All right, guys. So anyway, that's about it. Don't forget to hit that bell, like, subscribe. Take care of yourselves. Tell your family you love them. And don't forget to donate. Check out the offers down below. And more videos coming soon. So talk to you later. Bad Wolf, over.